Hey yo, we back at it again. Ray Ray's podcast live from the ninth floor of beautiful Hello Studios. You know it's your boy Ray. Thank you for tuning in with us. Happy Women's History Month to all my ladies out there. Wish y'all much love and success. And thank y'all for tuning in to us again. You know it's your boy Ray. Thank you to all of our sponsors, all of our listeners. Make sure you're liking, subscribing to all of our channels: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Hey, still on Twitter. Go find us there, all right? So thank you so much for everything y'all have done for us here on Ray Ray's podcast. And, I like to pour back into everyone that watches the show. So just in case someone is having a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad minute, bad hour, let's correct it, all right? Let's reset it, all right? So I want everyone to kind of get their swag on, all right? Rub your hands like a Birdman, all right? And, tell these words to yourself. And just also in case no one has told you today, just know that you're beautiful. You're loved, you're needed, you're alive for a reason. Hey, you're stronger than you think. You're going to get through this. See, on my show, Ray Ray's podcast, I'm glad that you're alive and don't give up. So when you keep positive words in your mind, when bad things come, it's easy to go back. Okay, I remember I am loved. I am the shit. I can do what I want to do. I'm beautiful. I'm strong. I'm handsome. I'm wealthy. Whatever you want to say to hype you up, man. Just remember that, all right? Cool. Man, let's get into it, man. We got a great show. Great show planned today. Let me tell you about today's guest we have. We have Miss KELS in the building. She's right now in the middle of her Southern tour, but she made time to come through and stop at Ray Ray's podcast. So everyone give a warm Ray Ray's podcast welcome to Miss KELS in the building. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm alive. I'm blessed. Thank you again. Thank you. I know being on tour is busy, but you stopped in, and so we greatly appreciate you, man.
First time in Dallas.
First time in Dallas, and she comes to Ray Ray. See, look at that.
Yeah.
We're trying to be the flagship of Dallas.
Right.
Anyone comes to Dallas, you got to stop at Ray Ray's podcast.
Came to the right place.
Well, welcome. I'm so appreciative of that.
Thank you.
I hope your show goes great that you're going to have here while you're in here and continue, the rest of this Southern tour, all right?
Yeah.
So you ready to jump into it?
I'm ready.
We always got to start off. Every interview is probably going to ask you this.
Yeah.
So tell us your story of getting into music. And when was it you realized, this is something I have to do. I have to do music.
Right. Well, it was kind of an ebb and flow my whole life, but I really started very young with my dad. He wasn't like a formal artist or musician, but he could always sing. And my parents were divorced, so I spent a lot of time in the car back and forth with him. And we would just sing in the car all the time, all different kinds of music, really. And I really found a love for singing through him. I did do like little talent shows growing up and things like that, but I was very shy. I remember like the first time I went on stage to sing, I was like 10 and I like barely opened my mouth. I was just so shy. So it wasn't like I immediately knew that I wanted to do something with it that was public. I just knew that it was a passion of mine and I knew that I wanted to do it someday, but it was very hard for me to think of myself as the performer I am now, which is crazy. And then in high school, I really actually focused on jazz. That was just a genre that really resonated with me. I sang in a ton of jazz ensembles. So it gave me like a really good foundation. And then later in life, like after college, I really just put my songwriting to the test and just jumped full force into music. So yeah.
So you talked about something about, you and your dad was singing in a car.
Yeah.
Is there a song that stands out the most to you that you all would sing together?
Oh yeah. This Is Love, Kelly Rowland. This is love. It's written on my face. It's the way I lean my body towards you. Do you know that? Even when I'm 100 miles away.
Okay, that does sound familiar.
Oh, yeah. We used to belt that.
Okay, awesome. That is dope. Shout out to Dad out there.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question for you, all right? I mentioned at the top of the show that this is Women's History Month, okay? Yes. Is there some women that have influenced you? Yeah. Tell us about that.
Are you saying specifically in the music industry or just in life in general?
It could be in the music industry. It could be life. Just it had an influence on you.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll start musically, but Brandi Carlile was like an artist that really resonated with me really young. And she had like very strong lyrics, and she uses her voice in like a non-conventional way. She's not necessarily worried about making every note pretty, but she makes sure that everyone can feel the notes that she was singing. And she's someone that really influenced me, as well as Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald. Those three women like really just shaped my sound, I would say, and their attitude towards, you know, their performances. They were very big on stage. They commanded the stage, and also just were confident in everything they did. They didn't really ask questions like with their body language or how they carried themselves. And that was like really important when they were living. You know, it's more common now. Obviously women have found their place, and rightfully so, but I just think that they really inspired, you know, my attitude, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Speaking of Ella Fitzgerald, I have a couple of her vinyls at the house. Are you a vinyl person? Because, you know, that's the way.
I should be. I'm not.
She said should be. Why not? Why not?
I need to like get into it, but I'm not. I want to. I would appreciate it, but it's just like not something I've done yet.
But no worries.
Yeah.
It's just funny, like for me, like I always tell this story on the show. I feel like, why is it the stuff that I did in high school it wasn't cool, but now it's cool?
I know. It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
Like the freckles I used to get made fun of for, and now everyone's drawing freckles on their nose. Like, what is that?
What was a TV show? It was a movie with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Oh, 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. Where
Jonah Hill went back. He was like the coolest kid in school, and like Channing Tatum was like just not cool at all. He's like, what happened here?
Right.
That was me. Okay, awesome.
And then personally, I just want to go back to that, but personally, my mom, for sure.
For sure.
I mean, she was a single mom. She raised my brother and I, and she's very strong, very assertive, and I think that that's really helped me in the music industry just as a woman and being independent as well. So,
talk to me about Slow Ride, and what was your feeling whenever, you know, you released it in 2021?
Yeah, that was my first EP. It was crazy to kind of go from just releasing a few singles to a whole project. I'm very like, when I write something, I want to put it out. So it was different for me to like wait and then put a project out and kind of pour everything into that project. But I think it really showcased like my versatility, because all three songs on there are very different. But I also created a stronger connection with my city. I'm from Pittsburgh. And we actually shot the Slow Ride video at like a local skating rink, a roller skating rink. And a lot of people showed out, so it was really cool. And it was just like, I don't know, my EP release party was in Pittsburgh, and a lot of people showed up. I had no idea. I'd never done something like that. So it was just really good to build a connection with the project.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You know, I'm not going to talk about Pittsburgh sports teams because, you know, being a Cowboys fan, so we're going to...
We don't got to do that. I don't know anything about that.
We're going to do that.
We don't got to do that.
So, you know, you had the song, Just Let Me Go.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about when you saw the numbers of
that was crazy.
How big that got for you. What was your feeling like? Oh, my God, this is out here. What were your thoughts?
So... You mentioned Slow Ride. Just Let Me Go was on that EP originally as a completely different version. It had like a really strong trap beat and like a big drum kit, and it was just a totally different song. But I always try to write my songs acoustically first because I like them to stand on their own in simplicity. And so before I left Pittsburgh, me and one of my really good friends, Brandon Lehman, like we recorded a live version of it, and I had no idea I was going to do that. But on TikTok, when I posted it, people just really resonated with the rawness of it, and that it was one take and that it was live. And like, it just really kind of brought the right people to me, if that makes sense. It attracted the fans that really resonate with my sound, which I'd never had before, really. And that quickly was insane.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So real quick, I want to talk about something, and we're going to move over to another little segment we got here. Talk to me about the pros and the cons of being an independent artist.
Oh, yeah. The pros are, I mean, the destiny is in your hands. You know, you wake up every day. If you do a lot, you see a lot of growth. If you don't do a lot, you don't see a lot of growth. It's kind of like all up to you. Obviously, that also means within a certain time frame. Like, you could be doing a lot for 3 years and not see anything, and then randomly start to see stuff. So you really have to be consistent. But I think in general, just the creative freedom also is really important. The monetary, you know, I would say a downside is like not having the money up front that you need, but that forces you to be creative and kind of come up with ways to figure out how to support yourself, which can then push your creativity. So I would say the biggest downside is money, but I mean, the pros outweigh that, because if you choose to kind of play the long game with merch and like other ways that you can monetize, like then you're keeping everything, and your success, you know, you grow with your success instead of somebody else. Yeah.
Awesome. It kind of reminds me of a story. One of my friends here, Jay Cruz, locally on a radio station. Actually, he's from Pittsburgh. He started his career in Pittsburgh. You know, me and him and some other, you know, music executives, we've had conversations.
Yeah.
You know, I remember at one point it was a big thing to have your music played on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Now you could be so successful without having any music on the radio. So that's shows you how much times has changed thanks to streaming service, TikTok, all the social media really has changed the music industry.
Yeah.
And so to me, I think it's, some people may say it's for the good, some people may say for the bad, but I think it gives you more ways of getting your music heard.
I think there's less gatekeepers.
Yeah.
It's not like you always have to know the right person. It's like, okay, what if you blow up on TikTok overnight? Like, who's going to stop you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you that listen to Ray Ray's podcast regularly or watch us regularly, or this is your first time watching Ray Ray's podcast, we have a segment on the show. It's called Slow Down. I just want to get to know you. Slow Down. We just want to get to know you. Slow Down is brought to you by Lyrically Correct, the lyric card game. If you think you're lyrically correct, go to lyricallycorrect.com, put in promo code RAYH23. There's a new promo code now. The last one we had some issues with Shopify, but we got it corrected. So the new promo code is RAYH23 to get your 20% off all those legally correct products. Also, after you watch this podcast, go watch KELS here, see how she did on Legally Correct. See if she's legally correct or not. Y'all be the judge of that, okay?
We'll see.
All right. So like I said, slow down. So I kind of ask you some rapid fire kind of questions.
Okay.
We don't know where we're gonna go, but we're just gonna get there. Are you ready?
I love that.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Okay.
Let's slow ride from here. All right.
Right.
All right. First off, tell where you want everyone to follow you in on social media,
Sure.
Websites, all your music.
Yeah.
Tell people where you want to find that at.
So my handle on Instagram and TikTok are the same. It's just finding KELS, KELS, finding KELS _ all one word. And then my website is findingkels.com, and you can find all of my music on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, really anywhere that you listen to music.
Awesome. Yeah. Make sure y'all go follow her out and check her out. So first question here for you, all right?
Yeah.
What song would you say best describes you?
Oh my gosh, that's tough. The Story by Brandy Carlisle.
Okay.
You know that? Yeah.
I do not know that one off the top of my head.
It's just, it's kind of just like her living through her life through song. And it's just, I've listened to it at happy times in my life and sad times in my life, and it just always gets me through.
That's the power of music.
Yeah.
You know, music kind of controls your emotions.
Literally.
It really does. That's one of my favorite things about music. That's why I feel like music is so important.
Exactly.
Okay. Here's a tricky question for you, all right?
All right.
There's no right or wrong answers, okay? What do you think is more important, the lyrics or the beat?
Oh my gosh. Beat meaning the music though too?
Yeah, the melody, yes.
Lyrics. I'm going to have to go with lyrics, yeah.
Lyrics are more important?
You can make a melody interesting with the lyrics. I really feel that way. And I'm just the kind of person that really listens to lyrics because I want to know the artist in that way. So I feel like lyrics are going to be bigger for me because you can always change the beat, you know, if you need to. What if you have a banger with lyrics, but you just need a different beat?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with lyrics.
Yeah. It makes you think there. It makes you think. I don't even have an answer for that. So I
know, it's really hard.
Okay. If you had a warning label on you, what would it say?
She bites. But like not like physically, like just like if you talk sideways, I'm going to talk back. That's what I mean.
Understood. Okay. So say for instance, I'm Ray, the movie director, okay?
Yeah.
And I want to make the KELS movie, okay? What actor would you want to star as you in a movie?
Oh my gosh. Keira Knightley.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
Anyone else?
I can't think of anyone else. Honestly, I'm not sure. I've never thought about that. That's a crazy question. Scarlett Johansson.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Okay. So I want you to think about this one, all right?
Okay.
So if you were able to start your own label,
Yeah.
your own music label, okay, which 5 artists would you choose to start your label with? It could be currently or past artists.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Ooh.
What 5 artists would you choose to start your own label with?
Okay. Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
Amy Winehouse. Doechii. Do you know Doechii?
I'm not sure.
She's up and coming. She's a rapper. I mean, she's really like big now, but yeah, she's cool. Noah Cyrus.
Okay.
And Leon Bridges.
Leon Bridges, that's my guy, Fort Worth guy. You know,
really?
he's out here. Yeah, you know, he's out here.
That's
so
awesome.
shout out Leon. That's my guy out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a stacked lineup.
That's a stacked little lineup there. Okay. Okay. So what song right now are you really jamming? Like, what is your jam right now?
Let's see. There's so many. I'm gonna go with. It's called Ready to Go. It's off of Noah Cyrus's new album.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's good. Her new album is like totally different from her old stuff. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So, I always like to ask these last 2 questions, all right? You can take your time and think about it if you need to. If you could give any advice to anyone, no matter what the advice is, what would it be? And secondly, what would you want people to take away from today's podcast?
Piece of advice would be trust your instincts no matter what people tell you. And then what they should take away from today, just in terms of me or about me or anything.
In general, anything about today, anything you've talked about
Chase
today.
your dreams.
Boy.
Chase your dreams. And then you'll be happy.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Boom.
I feel like once you're living your purpose, you can truly find happiness.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's really.
Well, thank you so much for coming up today.
Thank you.
Hope you get to enjoy Dallas as much as you can while you're here for this short period of time.
It's beautiful.
You got to
here.
come back to Dallas. So next time you come back to Dallas, you gotta look us up. Look me up.
Yeah.
Come
I know who to
by.
call.
You know who to call. And thank all of y'all for tuning in. Still, make sure you're going to go follow her. Go jam this music. If you're seeing this podcast, go check her out on tour. If she's in your city, go check her out. She's on a southern tour right now. Amazing lady. Make sure you go check her out. Go stream her music. Follow her. Subscribe to whatever. Get those alerts. Get all those alerts whenever
Thank
she drops
you.
her stuff, all right? Same thing for me. You do the same thing for me, too, all right? I always like to wrap up with some positive words. I start with positive words. I like to end with positive words, all right? So, again, get your swag on. Tell yourself, I will boss up physically. I will boss up mentally. I will boss up spiritually, and I will boss up financially. Invest in yourself. This is Ray's podcast. We are out.
Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink home, let's get right. Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink home, let's get right.